lastly, for our news this week, it's another one of those topics that is just like, oh, so this is official now, because I feel like we've been
Yeah.
talking about this forever. And that is that we are getting an It prequel series on HBO Max. I thought this was already kind of a thing, but maybe it's just not confirmed. I was excited about it because I actually liked the first Andy Muschetti It. I wasn't overly enthusiastic about part two, but to be fair to Andy Muschetti and the people involved, the second half of the It book isn't as strong as the first. It's
Yeah.
just basically the first one over again as adults, except more flashbacks. I was excited until they kind of gave some very sparing details that they're like, yeah, it'll be set in the 60s, and it'll be like the origin of Pennywise, and it'll be the origin of him and Derry. I'm going, but didn't we see
Yeah.
like in either the first or the second one that he's been around since like the Pilgrim era?
Yeah.
Like that set it in like the Vavitch era or Fear Street 1666, that era with like an early Pennywise with a technology-less world. Maybe he's not a clown, maybe he's just a person. That sounds a whole lot more interesting
hmm
to me than just sticking it in some
Let
like
let's take
60s.
advantage of the '60s vibe all over again. Like it works for Stranger Things, it'll work here again. Like, come on, man. I honestly, the only thing I want out of this series is a space turtle. That's all
No,
I want.
I
That's all I
don't want the
want.
space turtle.
All I want, bro.
For
That's
those that,
like literally that's the only thing that they haven't shown from the It books.
well,
Like,
technically, in the first It, when who's the main character? Not Georgie. He's the one that gets nom-nommed. Um,
Bill?
Bill. When
No.
Bill
Is it?
goes to
Yeah.
the basement, he's holding a Lego turtle. So I think that's the closest we'll ever get, and hopefully the
No,
closest we ever
no.
get. Because for those that don't know, in Stephen King's own book, in the It book, that neither the show or the movie has adapted, thank God, the only way to defeat the alien being that is Pennywise, because he's an alien, is essentially to get high and talk to a cosmic turtle. When you have as many books as Stephen King, they can't all be winners. But even when your big books, what? But why? But what? Like, okay,
Okay, so
Steven, we're gonna make this terrifying clown that sucks the souls out of children and eats them because of their fears. What's his biggest enemy? A cosmic turtle. Like, I know he did some drugs back in the day, but I didn't know he did every drug back in the day to come up with that.
dude, well, okay, so here's the thing, right? For a long time, like the theory of space and whatnot is one of them, and I hate that there was actual scientists believed this, uh, that like the Earth sat on the back of a giant turtle swimming through space. Like literally in what book is A History of Time by oh geez, what's the scientist Stephen Hawking? It's a Stephen Hawking book. He literally like has a conversation with a scientist, and he's like, "Well, wait, so like if there's turtles in space, what are they standing on?" And he legit like the science makes eye contact with him and goes, "It's turtles all the way down." So that it's not from nowhere, but like it is from nowhere.
Why are you trying to justify this, man?
I just don't look like I'm just saying that the cosmic turtle thing is an actual like scientific belief that was held at one time. Okay, but that being said, why does he have a thing with the clown? I think like you said, man, I did definitely find like Pennywise running around attacking like the Quakers or something is far more interesting than Pennywise jumping around in the six. I just like when it comes to the '60s, I just get, hey man, let's do a true crime drama, but with it. Like and I don't like it. I just that
You
doesn't
don't
sound
like it?
appealing to me. Mm, mm. It just doesn't sound appealing to me. I'd much, and maybe it's the wanting to get more of the Vivitch, but like, I it sounds more interesting to me to have literally nothing in existence that could even combat um, the alien.
To me, this feels like a situation of we more or less just kind of want to continue our partnership with Andy Muschetti, which Andy Muschetti did both the live action It movies. He's doing the upcoming Flash movie, which, should scrap the entire movie, recast the actor, and try again. I will continue to say you need to get rid of Ezra Miller. Again, it's not its own news topic, so I can't harp on it for too long, but he's becoming a massive problem now. Uh, but I think, like James Gunn, I think Warner Bros. Is realizing the need to have, in sports terms, homegrown talent, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and keep Andy Muschietti in-house. So maybe this is a project he himself is championing, because he took to social media as soon as this was announced and more or less confirmed of like, oh yeah, this is happening. And if he's confirming it, makes me think that he's connected to it somehow, which is
Yeah.
totally fine with me. Again, didn't love the second one, but I don't think I hold him responsible for that. I'm curious to see how the Flash holds up with a new actor of all things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but again, I want to be excited for this because I will always be excited for new horror series, but I don't know if setting it in mid-century America is the most interesting as opposed to like a colonial America or
Mm-hmm.
some other time in American history that could work better, but I don't know.